EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. For the first time, the Jacksonville Jaguars set to go here on offense, led out by the new face of the franchise, the #1 overall pick, of course, from this year's draft. It's Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So for Trevor Lawrence, listen, the hype, the buzz, whatever you want to call it, it just surrounds this guy. One of the most highly regarded draft picks of the last decade or two. What do you think defenses are going to throw at him here in his rookie season?
Well, I think all the edge rushers can't wait to get a shot at him, especially his rookie year, because they want to see if he can handle the pressure when they come at him. But I think defensive coordinators, they know that he's well-schooled and he's very intelligent. They want that pressure on him. They'll throw those normal blitzes. They also want to throw combo coverages in the secondary to see if he can read them.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the Colts are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Taylor. What a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. 5 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, this defense for the Colts, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He'll find Jones again, complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. On the toss, here's Robinson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 3rd down, Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because you think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Samuels. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Back to throw here. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down. Threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To start it out, Robinson. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. And he will bring it back. Interception return for a Colts TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Throwing after the interception. Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Jones, 76 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described,
and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is nothing good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Lawrence going to keep this himself. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
They'll run here with Robinson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
56 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. And he's been pretty good. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence sets up the screen to Robinson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's complete TTN out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Looking to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he is going to have a Colts first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. on first down. Taylor. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give to Taylor. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He finds his man complete. It's Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man in concert.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We begin with a good one in Nashville. New Orleans taking on Tennessee. And it's the Titans in control as those two have now gone to halftime. Derrick Henry, a touchdown run in that first half. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Anthony Miller, a touchdown reception. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Jamison Crowder, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So here are the Colts to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
2nd and 2. And this is incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And it's 3rd and short.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Robinson, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Lawrence will throw. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Now Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 91 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. On 2nd down, it's Hines, able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 1st down, it's Lindsey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2nd down and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. He completes it to Tate. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Looked like the defense put...
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is up. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Back to throw now on 1st down. That ball caught by Campbell. Touchdown, Colts. Harris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, He's really good.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. On first down, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. There, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground. And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. Six yards left on second down. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. On second down, right back to Lindsey. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Williams is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Lindsey. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter in the QB How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
On first down, it's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Now a handoff for Lindsey. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a Philip Lindsey touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Rookie Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguar offense ready to take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 27, Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And here's Rodgers on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Lindsey. And some space here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to put themselves in position for a 1st-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem